So then we go across, go to the other team, go to the next day, and we go to Michigan, and I think some of the glaring questions that we're going to have, or that at least will be asked of us, will be who's going to be the opposite corner of Will Johnson. He I think shared with some media last week just about a few of the names, one being the transfer from Massachusetts. Amarion Walker is another one, where the wide receiver converted defense back. He could be someone who comes in and takes his place. But CB2 is going to be an interesting topic of conversation over the next couple of days. Who's going to be off on the other side when Michigan lost DJ Turner and Jamon Green last year. So it's going to be interesting there. I think other questions that will be kind of addressed, and I'm thinking about the guys in the room, are with Blake, right, and Donovan Edwards coming on at the end of the year. How are they going to split those reps? I think Blake Corum plans to be back 100% come week one. But those reps are going to have to be split, and then if they're not split, like how else are we going to find a ways to get Donovan back, involved in the offense? He's too talented to not be on the field, so I'm excited to see kind of what comes out of that, because I don't think we'll like Ryan Day. Jim Harbaugh is not going to share much either. He's obviously not going to share their schemes and offensive game plans, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Oh,
What about you? Anything for the Wolverines?
no, just like you, CB2, I do want to know about that because the transfer, I think he'll be fine from UMass. I did just joking with a few Michigan fans. I once asked, "Does it bother you guys at all that he comes from Don Brown's system?" But he seems like a really good player. Marion Walker is a wild card, really good athlete, of course. But I am interested to see if he can play the position. It's because it's very an athlete can play corner, but if you don't have the hips for it, the footwork for it, you get toasted up by guys like O'Leary. So if that is that his name? Is that the guy's
Champagne
name?
Larry. He's
Yeah.
coming on, baby. You watch out for 81. He's coming on this year.
He looks like a good South Christian wide receiver, man. But
Cooper Cup, like same athlete right there.
we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But then also if I had a question for the defense, I would actually I'm sorry, for the offense. I would ask about the running back position, not because it's a worry. I actually would love to know, just like you, what's going to be the splits, and how. And I actually would love to know if Donnie's going to get on the field as a wide receiver while Blake is in. That is something I really would like to know. And as a football fan, I want to see it. I think he's the best offensive weapon on your team. Uh, he's probably the most versatile offensive weapon in the Big Ten, maybe the
Ooh,
country.
high praise. Yep. Wouldn't disagree.
I think very highly of him. So,
Yeah. Yeah. No,
what's up?
that's a good point. That's a good point. He can be used everywhere. At the end of the 2021 season, they got him more involved in the pass offense, which is a ton of fun to watch. Highlights from the Maryland game, where I think he had a wheel route for a touchdown, and then of course in the Big Ten championship game where he had the halfback pass from Wilson. That was stuff like that where the creativity comes in with
Yeah.
him, and he's not even creativity, just getting him out in open space is what you want to see. I say the other headline too, Garrison, I would also add is what's the receiver play going to be like? So we lost Ronnie Bell to the Niners this year, but then you bring Cornelius Johnson and Roman Wilson back. And with that, though, you have some really young talent that I really like. So Darius Clemens, I believe he's a sophomore this year. And then you got Tyler Morris, the kid from Illinois, also coming on. And they got some reps and some minutes last year. I know that I think Morris had a few big catches in the Rutgers game. So there's some wide receiver talent. And if my theory, my projection will be true about JJ this year, it's going to be that he's going to have a big year. In order for quarterbacks to have a big year, you got to be able to spread the ball around. Look at CJ last year, just spreading the ball around to Marvin, to Iboka, to Fleming, to all those guys. Like there's just talent all over the place. And JJ is going to do something similar, or try to be a high producing quarterback through the air. You have to have multiple weapons. And I think we've got some really solid tight ends. AJ Barner coming in from Indiana. Then you obviously already have Colson Loveland too, the sophomore coming back. And so I'm really excited to see what creativity Sherrone Moore comes up with in the pass game this year, and Jim Harbaugh for that matter too. Just with the talented quarterback and all of these younger weapons that will hopefully mix in with these veteran receivers.
Oh yeah, and there's much to be desired with the Michigan wide receiver room. Um, Sometimes I don't know if it's JJ. I don't know if it's them. I don't know if it's coaching. I'm blanking right now. Who is your wide receivers coach?
Wide receiver Ron Bellamy.
Thank you, Ron Bellamy. Oh, I knew. But yeah, man.